no, it's not no problem. We just, I don't know you.
What was supposed to be a joyful celebration quickly spiraled into one of the most chaotic meltdowns in love and hip-hop history, and every second was caught on camera. Instead of ending the season with smiles and champagne toasts, the cast found themselves in the middle of an all-out brawl. A fight erupted that turned the entire set upside down. Props were trashed, people were shouting over each other, and security couldn't contain the madness. Mona Scott Young herself had to step in, reportedly yelling at producers and crew members just to restore order. Cast members stormed off, some in tears, others threatening to walk away from the show for good. Rumors are swirling fast. Was it jealousy, betrayal, or some last-minute bombshell that pushed someone over the edge? Fans are in full detective mode, trying to figure out who threw the first punch, who got caught in the crossfire, and who might be done with the show for good. What caused the explosion? Who lit the fuse? And could this be the beginning of the end for love and hip-hop as we know it? Let's rewind to the final day of filming, where the drama didn't just unfold, it exploded.
Ready to wear this show. I brought here with you, so yeah, you didn't do that. I swung on you. You didn't do nothing. Y'all can't protect this bitch when she leaves you. I just want to let y'all know that, right? Awkward. Just calm down real quick.
The last day of filming began on a surprisingly peaceful note. For once, the cast showed up with smiles, handshakes, and an easy vibe that had producers hopeful they'd make it through the finale without any chaos. Everyone came dressed to kill, ready to shoot a few final scenes and head out. Some were even hyped about the after-party. Off to the side, Kirk Frost and Mendices were catching up, just casually chatting. At first, it was all lighthearted, some jokes, a few laughs, even talk of upcoming vacations. But things took a turn when Mendices, clearly still harboring some unresolved tension, threw a jab, saying Kirk wasn't exactly winning any Dad of the Year awards, and just like that, the mood shifted. Kirk wasn't about to let that slide. He fired right back, throwing Mendices' past in his face, specifically his criminal record and time spent behind bars. The energy shifted instantly. All the joking stopped. You could feel the tension hit the room like a brick wall. Kirk leaned in, clearly ready to go back and forth, but Mendices wasn't about to sit there and take the heat. It took just one more low blow, and years of built-up resentment came to a head in one explosive, violent moment. Mendices snapped, lunging straight at Kirk. Before anyone could intervene, he shoved him hard, nearly sending Kirk crashing into a nearby camera rig. Crew members rushed in, but the damage was already done. Mendices was fired up, shouting, and ready for more. Yandy Smith ran in, desperately trying to pull him back, begging him to stop, but he wasn't listening. His eyes were locked on Kirk. Then Rashida jumped in, seeing her husband being shoved and yelled at. But instead of de-escalating the situation, things took a turn. Fast. She tried to get Kirk to back off, but he lashed out at her instead, frustrated that she seemed like she was taking Mendices' side. That only added fuel to the fire. At that point, it wasn't just between Mendices and Kirk anymore. The entire cast was unraveling. Young Jock tried to play peacemaker, stepping in to separate them before things got out of hand again. But in all the chaos, someone shoved him aside so forcefully that he stumbled right into a lighting rig. And believe it or not, the yelling wasn't even the worst part. What happened next completely destroyed the set. Just like that, what was supposed to be a calm rap day spiraled into total chaos. The set wasn't just emotionally charged, it was literally falling apart. Cast members were shouting, security was scrambling, and the crew was completely lost on how to regain control. And the worst part? Every moment of it was caught on camera.
Jasmine mentioned you, by the way.
Me?
Oh yeah, you.
Oh.
She mentioned you sitting at her bar. So it's like,
I think Kurt was going down like the Titanic, slowly. He hit that iceberg, he looked to the left and he was like, boy, ain't got nothing to do with that.
I didn't know who she was. So somebody had to say, that's Kurt, baby mother. And never went back. We never had 2 words.
Can I ask you one question? Where the hell is your ring?
Don't do Kurt.
I lost it.
Oh my God.
Things escalated quickly when words weren't enough. Kirk, beyond furious and feeling humiliated, completely snapped. He flipped a table loaded with drinks and props, sending glasses smashing across the floor. Meanwhile, Mendices, still seething and held back by 2 crew members, kicked over, a standing mirror in the corner. The crash echoed through the studio as furniture went flying. Camera equipment got caught in the chaos. At least one handheld rig slammed to the ground. Cast members were yelling over each other. The production. Crew was scrambling to protect the gear, and security hadn't even arrived yet. Producers kept shouting, "Cut!" but no one was listening. What was supposed to be a scene turned into an all-out meltdown. That's when Mona Scott Young stepped in. Sources say she'd been on set the whole time, but as things spiraled, she rushed onto the floor herself, shouting for everyone to calm down. She wasn't trying to create drama for TV. This was real. Her voice reportedly cut through the chaos as she yelled at Mendices, Kirk, and even Yandy to get it together. This show had been Mona's brand for years, and in just a matter of minutes, it was all falling apart. Staff members say she looked frantic, trying to separate people, signaling the crew to stop filming and yelling at security to step in. But by then, the set had completely lost control. When security finally arrived, it was no longer a TV production. It had turned into a battleground.
Children to be walking around here with a sibling.
That's not their
Thinking
sibling.
it's their cousin.
It is. That's what we're gonna tell them. What are you talking about?
You sound dumb.
Security eventually managed to separate the cast and regain some control, but the damage was already done. Mendices was escorted off set by 3 guards, still shouting as he left. His mic pack was torn and his shirt was half undone, looking like he'd just been in a real fight. He didn't seem sorry. He looked like he was ready for round 2. Kirk remained behind, standing near the chaos with his arms crossed, refusing to leave without having his say. Rashida, disgusted by the whole situation, stormed off, leaving without even grabbing her bag, muttering under her breath. Yandy, typically calm, was visibly rattled. Her hands shook as she checked her phone repeatedly, likely reaching out for help off set. At one point, she sat on a step near the stage, struggling to hold back tears. The crew stood in stunned silence, some clutching broken equipment, others just frozen in place. The director called for a break, but it was clear that filming wouldn't be resuming anytime soon. Behind the scenes, rumors spread like wildfire. Would Mona Scott Young take legal action? Would VH1 even consider airing the episode after the chaos? Some insiders whispered that cast members were threatening to quit for good, fed up with the toxic environment. Others quietly speculated that the entire franchise could be pulled off the air. At that moment, nothing seemed off limits.
So the truth is that you have been trying to smash. I have the proof.
She said she got the proof.
The aftermath of that explosive day didn't end when the cameras were turned off. It followed the cast into their personal lives. Kirk's violent outburst had everyone talking, but sources close to the situation suggest there's more to the story than just a fight. He's been dealing with escalating family problems, business struggles, and the ongoing pressure of constant filming. As for Rashida, it seems like her patience may have reached its breaking point. Insiders say she's seriously contemplating stepping away, not only from the show, but potentially from her marriage as well. On the flip side, Mendices is furious with the production team. He believes the entire situation was mishandled, arguing that producers allowed the conflict to escalate instead of stepping in early to diffuse it. Sources close to him say he's done with the show, the franchise, and the cameras altogether. Yandy, meanwhile, is caught in the middle, trying to juggle loyalty to her husband with the career she's built on the love and hip-hop platform. Losing either would be a huge setback, and now she's struggling to protect both her relationship and her personal brand without compromising herself. Other cast members have started speaking up privately, many admitting they're exhausted by the toxicity, the emotional toll, and the growing sense that drama is prioritized over real personal growth. But it's not just the cast feeling the heat, fans are reeling too. Once fight clips leaked, social media blew up. Fans were stunned. This wasn't scripted drama, it was raw, real, and unsettling. Some praised the authenticity, while others criticized the show for crossing a line. One viral comment summed it up, "This ain't even entertainment anymore. This is trauma with a camera crew." Another comment read, "Kirk and Mendices have been holding this in for years. Y'all just missed the fuse burning." The leaked footage spread like wildfire. Multiple angles surfaced, some from people on set, others possibly from internal cameras. It was messy and the chaos was undeniable. In response, the network made an unexpected move and postponed the reunion episode. A huge shakeup, considering it's usually one of the most heavily promoted episodes of the season. That decision sparked a frenzy. Behind the scenes, the tension is palpable as executives now scramble to decide whether to air the full chaos for the ratings boost or cut it down to protect the show's brand. It's a high-stakes balancing act between maintaining the raw reality that draws viewers and managing the PR fallout. With everything spiraling out of control, the future of love and hip-hop hangs in the balance. Will the show survive this massive fallout, or is this the beginning of the end for the franchise? Now it's time for you to weigh in. Whose side are you on, Mendices or Kirk? Do you think Yandy should walk away from the chaos while she still has a chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't go anywhere, because what Mona Scott did behind the scenes to stop the cast from walking out, oh, trust me, that's a whole other level of drama you won't want to miss. This is Gossip Spill TV, and we'll be back with more hot takes and drama spills. Stay tuned!